The levels are good.
Yeah, ready to go. On you.
This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I got producer and artist, and he's back for the solo interview. My guy
Yes,
NOIISE in the
sir.
building. How's it going?
It's going good. Just been a lot of meetings. Been working a lot.
I see. I was jumping last night.
Hell yeah.
Boy was
It
up to
going
the
crazy.
wee hours of the morning.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about that studio. That studio was dope.
Mhm.
Life Sound Studios.
Yeah.
And
And talk about the event.
Well, we just had I'm not gonna say we, but yeah, we just had a a networking event, which was just basically like a bunch of artists coming together with like producers, people.
Where was
who
it at?
this was at Life Sound
Life
Studios.
Sound, yeah.
Yeah.
My high ass. Go ahead.
And we basically just had like this super like crazy meeting with just artists, producers, people who make like their own clothes and stuff, promoters, DJs, everything you could imagine.
Like a mixer.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was just a crazy networking event. Everybody was like really interactive. Everybody talked with each other. Everybody kind of like kicked it. Everybody exchanged Instagrams too. There was some really valuable connects in there. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good.
A lot of important people in there.
It's always dope to party and then also
Get some
have
work
some
done.
business, business and
Hell
pleasure.
yeah.
So that's hella dope.
Yes,
Do you have another one?
Yes, I believe there's gonna be another one before South by Southwest, and then one during South by South.
Perfect. Yeah. About to say you gotta do one during.
Yeah,
Especially this year. It's been a drought, like I've been saying. So 2 years. So we ready to go crazy out here
sir.
for South by. I think we already got to where you originally from.
Yeah. Well,
We got into that. If you want to delve just a little bit more into it, because it was a lot about Roman. Did you have any more questions about the event? No? Okay, good. So I know that y'all met each other eventually, but where were you originally from? We can touch on that briefly again.
Yeah. All right. So originally, I'm from Florida, bro. I was born in Florida. I lived there for about 11 months. Then I was raised in North Carolina for about the next 6 to 7 years. Then I moved out to Arlington, which is in between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Yeah, I'm from the DFW, so I know where it is.
And I lived there for about 2 years and a half. Then 2012, like in the beginning, I believe, or around the summertime, we moved to North Carolina one more time. That was for about a year. And then finally in 2013, I moved here to Austin. So I've been everywhere.
How was that moving around all the like? You can't really even get fully acclimated.
I never I can never I guess make a life somewhere because we were always moving.
Was there a particular reason, or is it just kind of like?
I believe in the very first time it was because of the economic recession. Second time was just family problems, and then the third time was just trying to, I guess, start something new. We wanted like something fresh, and we came to Austin. Back then, Austin didn't really seem that like it was big to me, like moving into like a city, because before that I had always lived like nowhere near the city or anything.
More small town.
Yeah, like small town type of thing.
You said North Carolina,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah, North Carolina.
I always would think something that's always small.
Yeah,
it's a big basketball state.
Yes, sir.
So,
but once I moved here to Austin, I was like, damn, it's completely different. Nothing to do with North Carolina.
Oh yeah, and it was growing,
Yeah.
and you got to see the.
I got to see how Austin grew to how it's getting now, and it's crazy to see that because I never thought I was gonna see something like that. With Life Sound Studios, what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring the city together in like the most positive way possible, and to get everybody working together. And the fact that I was there, and I heard them talk about all this and that, it's like I'm witnessing history. That's kind of what it feels like. because like these are people that genuinely love what they're doing, and they do it because they genuinely love music, which is really what I'm in it for.
You can tell by the setup. Shouts out to them for doing that, you know. And I could tell by like I saw the story and everything in the atmosphere. So it's about positivity and, like you said, bringing the people together. So that's the big thing that when I interview a lot of people, that's the number one thing when I talk about like what is, you know, your least favorite, or if I don't even got to say it, people are like, we need to work together more. We need to work together more. And it doesn't need necessarily got to be artists with artists.
Yeah, it could be anybody, producers with artists, videographers with artists, photographers with artists. It's just
stylists
so
with
much
artists.
things.
They can rock their stuff, and it's a thing that can, you know, connect. So, you know, shouts out to them for that. I really like that they're doing that. And then, so I take it you weren't even be able to play sports that much, were you? Like in school?
No, I did play football in 7th grade, but I was only in it for a little bit. I never actually got into the games. But it wasn't until high school that I played like I believe like 2 or 3 games. But
I remember Roman, you said he used to give you shit when y'all first used to meet.
And man, that was like a short-lived thing because eventually I started doing music in high school. I started like actually like buying the equipment that like
the teacher, right?
Yeah.
The teacher that kind of inspired y'all to do
that
it.
That was in middle school. I already
could be a little
some,
messed up, but I remember some of it. So correct me if I'm wrong on some of the timeline.
All right, so basically, I started making music when I was, I believe, 13. I was in the 7th grade, and I just remember that I got into Eminem, and from there it was like on, because then I got onto Drake, I got onto Lil Wayne, like I got like into like a bunch of like different artists. I started exploring hip hop a little bit more, and it just went on from there. I ended up loving like the fact that you could express yourself in like a musical way, and in the way that they were doing them, it was just like, oh shit. Once I got into like that, years went by, I got like deeper into it. It was really 2016 when I started recording my music and putting it out. I remember I was recording off my phone in the fucking restroom.
That's hilarious. Did you you were recording vocals before you were doing the beats?
Yeah, I was recording.
Or producing. Yeah. I'm not gonna say doing the beats. That sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Before you were producing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that started, and then I guarantee then you're like, I need to get some hot beats because
Yeah.
Getting beats is hard.
Yeah, bro.
If you're not in LA and like not out there,
Yeah.
and then in New York or maybe Miami now,
Mm-hmm.
and in Atlanta, you're not. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
You know, it can be really tough.
Yeah, bro.
To get the ones that you want.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm picky with my beats, bro. Like
there's some out here, but they're hard to find out here. You
bro,
know,
I'm extremely picky with my beats, and that's why I ended up doing my own beats, because I was like, sometimes I can't find what I'm looking for, so I'm like, okay, all right, if I can't find it, then I'm gonna make it. That's just the thing about me. Once I start something, I can't get off of it. Like if I'm making a song, I have to finish it, because I feel like if I come back to it later, it ain't gonna sound the same. And so every time that I start a song, I finish it or I don't finish it, and I'll never touch it ever again, and it'll just become like a throwaway. And that's kind of how I am. Like I either like it or I don't. And yeah, bro, it's like I'm really picky with like that stuff.
So is that what NOIISE? Where did NOIISE come from?
That came from me wanting a name that was like that resonated a little bit with more of a mainstream audience. I was like, and when I was making music back in 2017, or actually it was 2018 when I transitioned into R&B, because I was rapping before that. I was doing everything. And really, I was just experimenting, trying to find my sound. Like when I say everything, I hopped on everything.
It's different, electro, whatever you can find.
And I ended up liking R&B the most.
I love R&B.
That dark, like R&B sound. And I was like, all right, now I want a name that's gonna fit. If it goes up, it can be next to Drake's name, The Weeknd, Party Next Door, like those names. Like I wanted something that could like fit within like that category, and that's how I came up with NOIISE.
And it's easy to say NOIISE, one syllable. I know it's goofy to say, but it's just you know, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Party Next Door can get away with that, because anybody like that's a crazy name when you think about it.
Yeah.
Plus you're a producer too, so that
Yep.
NOIISE, like that's a dope name for a producer. Just
yes,
anyway.
sir. Appreciate it. But yeah, bro. After after having recorded like for a bit in what was like what my 8th grade year, off my phone at that time, I started actually getting some like attention from like people in my school because honestly, when I had just got here, I didn't know anybody. So it was like crazy to go from like literally a kid who just came from like literally almost like the middle of nowhere, comes into the big city, and then I just start like.
It's a whole new, it's a whole different world.
It's crazy, bro, because I never I never saw myself in this position when I came here. I didn't even think I was gonna do music because before this, I previously had no interest in music at all. I didn't care for music. I was just like, it was just whatever. It was like something that played in the background at an event or something.
And when you like you said, when you get out to a place like Austin, you know, it's as it's growing, and then it's heavy into music, you know, live music capital of the world.
Yeah.
So you get those inspirations to where you're like, oh, people are actually like coming to perform here. Like, you know, there's people that will come to North Carolina and perform, but people like there's more people that can stop here, more festivals, more things that you can get inspired by. Was there a particular artist that inspired you? Or that you saw that was like, I know you said Drake and all them, but was there somebody who was like, yo, I know I can. Was it Kanye or?
It was definitely The Weeknd in my case.
Because you said you like the R&B. He's more pop and R&B.
Yeah, his original.
I like his original. Yeah, House of Balloons. Whatever.
House of Balloons.
My shit. Yeah,
Thursday, Echoes of Silence. Yeah. That is my shit right there.
Yeah, those are the.
That's where like a lot of my sound came from, and eventually, everybody was like, "All right, it sounds good, but it sounds too much like The Weeknd." So I was like, "All right, you know what?" Slowly over time, I just started like trying different stuff out because I was like, all right, what can I do to separate myself from that? Like from people being like, oh, you sound like this. I didn't want that. So I was like, for a long time, I was stuck. I didn't know what the fuck to drop. I didn't know what I should do anymore. And just recently, like, I don't know, I just got like this creative, like fucking shit going on in my head. After like having writer's block for about almost like 2.5 years.
God, dog.
Yeah, bro. I had writer's block for a good minute, bro. Couldn't make beats. Couldn't make music. Like, I was just mixing and mastering other people's music. At that point, I was just like, damn, I'm just like, I'm helping everybody build their dream, but I'm not doing anything for me. So I was like, you know what? This year I got to do something. And it was literally coming to the end of the year. I had not dropped shit like all year long. Like, I dropped a few tracks, but nothing like really crazy. And then in December, I came out with Drugs and Plug and B, which was like a completely different sound, like something to me that I never thought I would have done either. And
I remember listening to it a little while ago.
It was a mix of like my old sound and like this newer like trending like SoundCloud type of sound, and I'm just doing what I want with it because I only got 4 beats off of YouTube. The rest I self-produced all of them. Because I really wanted it to have like my like taste in it. Like I wanted it to be me, but
keep talking. I'm listening to you.
I wanted it to basically just be my sound, but like with all the influences from those other sounds. And really, I just be taking like little pieces of other like sounds that I hear like in different songs, and I just think about like, all right, how could I put this like with this like I'll think maybe I'll switch out the type of sounds that you'll use in the particular like genre, and then add the drums of like some like another completely different genre.
Like as you're saying, there was one song I think you might have even took it down. Maybe it was like a beat that sounded extra crazy. That's what I was looking at when you were talking, but I can't find it. The artwork looked a little different. Oh man,
do you remember what it looked like?
No, it was like a. Dang, it might have even been up on a story or something that I saw, but it sounded extra crazy. It like had a mix of some R&B but some pop in it. It sounded extra crazy. I was like, what the heck is this? I was going to play it for a second. I was like, dang, I can't even find it. If I find it, I'll be like, watch me find it after. But anyway, I can see that. It was more my point that I was getting to. So shit was hella dope. I was like, hold on, what beat is that? It sound crazy.
Hell yeah, bro. And it's usually the ones that I make where it's like something completely different because that's where I have all the freedom. I try to do that Drugs and Plug and B sound recently. I've been messing with it but I'm making it like kind of like punk rock / pop and that plug and B sound, and I'm just like making it like something completely different.
I like it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have a whole project like with that type of aesthetic to it, but I'm still working on it, and it might be a minute before I actually.
I think there's a dude out here. His name's The Truth Experiment. Have you heard of him? He may be. I don't know if he's necessarily, but he does it. He's a lot out here. He does some crazy sounds too.
Yeah.
I wonder if you guys did like collab together. I know that would sound crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I have. I might have. I just can't really remember.
He does some different stuff. You look, you be like, "What the world?" It's definitely different, but I could see like y'all sound like going together crazy if y'all did like something like "What the world." But like I said, I like what you're doing with your like producing. Speaking of like producing, what do you think on like Kanye's stance on like what he's doing with the industry right now with the stem player? Because He's the one producing his albums, and have you seen the doc yet?
Yeah, I have not seen the documentary yet, but
I have heard.
Yeah, I've heard a few things.
I think next week the third one comes out, so then you can just watch them back to back to back if you or figure it out or however you do. But watch that shit. But anyway, what do you think about that with like the stem player? Do you know about it?
Yeah, I know about the stem player. Honestly, I think it's it's kind of crazy, but it's kind of genius because like he's like putting out his own platform, and he's keeping all that to himself, or like all that money that he's gonna make, that's him. He's like, that's saying fuck the label. He cut all that shit out, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the price is ridiculous.
No, it's crazy.
But there's people that will buy it, like whether people like hate on it or they don't care about it, it's still like something that's like.
Stat man, what's the stat? He got the stats on what happened.
Well, I mean, but we said the stats, but I'm gonna add to those stats. He said he's already made like probably like $3-4 million off of it, and he would have to have, because he didn't put the new album out on those streaming platforms. He would have had to have it streamed 500 million times in order for him to make that kind of money that he made for the stem player. But on the other hand, he turned down a $100 million deal from Apple. So is it really, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, Apple offered him $100 million. He's not going to make $100 million off this deal. Maybe over time, you know what I mean? If he...
so they was going to give him $100 million just for that album to put it on there? Just for the album. No publishing or nothing?
That's what it came out of Kanye's mouth. He said he turned down a $100 million deal for the album to put it on the stem player.
Kanye, you crazy.
When it comes to that, I'm like, of course they would have, the rights to it, but it's like, whoa, that's $100 million, man. That's...
So they wanted just rights to the $100 million. Now, if he can make the $100 million from that, then that's a huge gamble and he won. But God, I don't know. Dog. Unless he's gonna use that same thing, and that's gonna be his thing that he used from now on, and never nothing else, and then makes it. And it's a more long term.
And I'm sure it was more albums than probably just this one album,
No, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be able to download straight to that, and that's probably like the new way that I don't know. It's weird.
That's crazy, but $100 million's $100 million, man. It's like
for that one, that's crazy. Well, damn, I didn't hear that portion. Yeah, he must have just came out with that. Cool. Have you did you see the list? They did a bracket.
Oh yeah.
And then Quinn ended up taking it home. What do you think about like how that transpired?
I don't know, bro. I feel like obviously Quinn is gonna win every year, so I feel like it's kind of like not pointless, but kind of pointless.
Well, yeah,
because we all know obviously Quinn has like the most like amount of like I don't want to say clout, but I guess clout.
Do you think respectfully Quinn should took like, hey, Quinn shouldn't even be on the list?
Yeah, like respectfully,
because he's Austin's, Gucci, Gucci man basically, and that's not a, that's a no slouch. I'm saying when it comes to that, so it's like they're not putting Gucci on the double XL freshman list.
Yeah, bro, it's like I feel like Quinn he's already on, bro. Like I feel like they should let some of that light, like for the other artists trying to come up, because they need it, bro. There's a
lot of talent out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent, bro. But
I like what y'all, the crew's doing and whatnot.
Yeah.
With Roman and then you and all the other guys. So y'all did numbers.
Yes,
so
sir.
On our interview. So shouts out to you guys. I'm just curious about that. And then about the Austin scene now. Do you think it's at its best? Do you think it's taking some steps back?
I think from what I saw at Lifestyle Studios, bro, and from the people that were there and their like importance to the city, I feel like we're moving forward. And I think this is like like I said, we're witnessing history, and I feel like within the next few years we're definitely going to see like artists come out of here like never before, like the same way you see in Atlanta, the same way you see everywhere else.
The new like, A.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they calling it, the new A.
I definitely see it. As we've been interviewing all these artists, they're all so freaking hungry and super talented. It's just a bubbling pot about to bust. You know what I mean? So
it's only a matter of time. You ain't lying about that. Anything else? Well, shoot. Where can we find you at again?
Shit, y'all can find me on Instagram at NOIISE_NSFW.
Real quick, what is NSFW again?
Not safe for work.
There you go.
Yes, sir. And YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all the same. NOISE NSFW. And that's it right there.
What do you think about I hate to continue to bring this up, but Snooty Wild just, died yesterday in Houston, another rapper.
Good God.
Yeah, got shot and killed. What are your thoughts on, have you heard about that? You probably don't know who Snooty Wild is. I think he had a big song maybe like 10 years ago.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he was signed with a CMG. Who was that? Yo Gotti in them, I think.
Yeah.
He was signed to them, but he got shot and killed in Houston last night. So what do you think about just the continued rise in gang violence with these rappers? I mean, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, I honestly I've never been the type of person to like start nothing with nobody. I'm always like out of trouble type shit. But I don't know. I don't know what it is with people, bro. It's like they've been going crazy out here, and it's just like people just killing people, and I don't know. It's just terrible that like it has to get like this, because it's just I don't know. It's a lot of like actually talented people that like pass away to like stuff like that. Like I don't know. It's just
lives being wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Was Snooty from Houston?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
he's probably you said it wasn't?
I don't know if he was from there.
Oh, okay. But I was about to say like a good 98% of them is in their own hood too.
Yeah, it probably was. I'm pretty sure. It seemed like he had that Houston vibe, but he had kids. Which is the saddest thing.
Yeah, that's.
I think he was trying to make a comeback too.
Mom or family members. Oh, damn, that's just terrible, bro. Are you on the DSPs, the digital streaming platforms?
Mm-hmm.
Where can we find you at on there?
Same. NOISE NSFW, and the noise is with 2 eyes because people always think it's just one.
Yeah. Get it right. Well, hey man, it was good having you by, bro.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you coming through. We'll probably have you coming through again.
All right.
And shoot, man. This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I'm signing out. NOISE.
Yes, sir.